right, so in question number 2, it says to find the value of the greater root of x squared minus 6x plus 8 equals 0. And I have some multiple choice answers over here that might help me kind of figure out my factors, but I'm going to go ahead and look at my helpful hints box. So my first helpful hint says to factor first. So we want to find factors of positive 8, that's that last term, that add to give me my middle term of negative 6. So if we think about factors of positive 8, I think of 1 and 8, and I think of 2 and 4. Those are my factors. Okay, so right away I see that 2 and 4, when I add them together, I get 6. But I need them to be to add to give me negative 6. So if I let them both be negative, when I multiply two negatives together, I still get that positive 8. But when I add them together, I get that negative 6. So my factors, once I found my values, I fill them in my parentheses. So that's what I have here, the x with the blank and the other set of parentheses there. So it's going to look like this. So x minus 4 times x minus 2. I could have flip-flopped the 4 and the 2. That doesn't really matter. And that's all going to be set equal to 0. And once you've found your two factors and you put those in, now we set each set of parentheses equal to 0. So I'm going to start with that one on the left there. I take that x minus 4, I set it equal to 0. Since it's a subtraction, I add to undo the subtraction or to take the inverse operation, and I end up with x equals positive 4. And then I do the same thing for the other side. I had x minus 2 equals 0. I go ahead and I add 2 to both sides. Again, I'm adding because I was subtracting to begin with, so I do the inverse operation and I end up with x equals 2. But the problem here asks me for the greater root. So 4 is clearly greater than 2, so D would be my answer.